Hi guys, it's your boy DFX. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my Star Trek room. This videos and this series of videos are going to be a major thing that I did a couple years ago. I flip-flopped this room you're seeing, my Star Trek room, with my pulp culture collection, which was all my autographs, all my photos, all my collectibles. Well, one thing I did not do in that time was switch the closets. So over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to switch some stuff up, get the stuff, stand by guys, that's in this closet that you're seeing right here in front of me. Move over here to this closet right here. We'll open this one and I'll show you what I'm dealing with. So yeah, got all my old boxes, got a lot of Star Trek stuff in here still. So basically I'm going to flip-flop the closets with one another. So over the next series of videos, I'm going to purge these closets and get stuff organized. So let's get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, as you can see, where do I begin? Well, right off the bat, you can see a lot. I still have some wrestling stuff in this closet. I do know from when I flipped the rooms originally that I know what some of these boxes have in them. It's a lot of action figures that I may try to sell. Put up an eBay store and try to see if any of you guys out there want them. But yeah, so I guess the first thing I need to do is start taking stuff out of this closet. All right, here we go. So what has brought this on? Well, honestly, I do have, like I said, I do have several things in this closet that I want to start maybe pass along to other people. I'm going to show you stuff as I go here. But I don't have the eBay site up yet, but hopefully that will change in the next few weeks. But like, I've really thought long and hard about not having a lot of stuff, other than what I already have and what you've already seen in other videos. Those are out there on the channel if you want to watch them. But yeah, a little bit at a time here, just to get things off and running. But yeah, got some wrestling stuff that some of you guys have not seen. You know, got a Hulk Hogan box set. I might part with this. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, as we're going along here, like I said, a lot of the stuff in this closet is just, well, it's wrestling stuff. See if the light can get a little better in here. But yeah, there's an Evolution box set, whatnot. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Wow. So yeah, going deep dive right here. NW Wolfpack pillow from WCW. So yeah, lots of stuff to get going here. Also, there's several items, like I've got a lot of electronic cords and stuff that I don't need. Everything's digital now. I've got everything's HD, HDMI. So it's a lot of weeding through stuff here. Got roller blades that I've not worn in 15, 20 years. So and I think they'll still fit my feet. Let's see. But yeah, old Sting mask. Of course, I'll keep anything Sting. That's why I'm also debating about keeping the Hulkamania thing, because Sting, Hulk Hogan, and those were big things growing up for me, growing up. So continuing on here, like I said, when I did this room swap of my collections originally, I boxed up a lot of action figures that I did not, that I kept, and I don't know if I want to keep them. And like I say, these may be available at a later time once I get it set up on eBay. So let me show you some of these really quick. I got like an old Sting Impact figure. Probably keep the Sting stuff, like I said. Got some Triple H. I was a big Triple H fan after WCW went under. But I got some that. Another Triple H figure. Might be selling all the Triple H stuff. A lot of Triple H stuff. SummerSlam. Gosh, 2003. And these I've Flexums. And I got another one. It's the Hurricane. I was a Hurricane fan. Probably the worst Lex Luger figure that Toy Biz did back in the day. So I'm probably going to get rid of this. This is a Smash and Slam. Worst figure ever. I don't know. Likeness wise. And finally, like I said, this is my Triple H box, it looks like, except for the Luger figure and Hurricane. But yeah, these look like they may all be going up for sale here soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll list links when that comes available. So continuing on, a lot of you guys have seen this in my my pulp culture office, my new one. I do have the Ghostbuster Lego Firehouse. I'm going to keep the bag or the box because it has the manuals in it and whatnot for it. But yeah, I'm going to keep this. May fold it down, make it a little more compact, but yeah. But this was a kind of a childhood dream to actually have this in my collection. And yeah, we'll continue here. So continuing on here, came across the wiffle bat. It is a wiffle bat, but not just any, it's a Louisville Slugger wiffle bat that I actually got because I did cosplay as Sting a couple times. Back during his Crow phase, but more currently, probably in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. But this is going to be, and I have, and I'll start breaking down, showing you all my cosplays too, once I get this project complete. Moving on here. Gosh, there's so much in this closet. Let's see. Really important item that I want to share with you all, because it was a big part of my life. Coming up on the 20th anniversary of when I got a kidney transplant. So I couldn't really do much. I couldn't really walk around, do a lot. So I ended up going out and buying a remote control car. Probably my first ever remote control car that I've ever bought, ever purchased. But yeah, I used the heck out of this while I was recovering from my surgery with my kidney transplant. So really cool item. I'm going to keep this, of course, because it's, it's my life. It's a big memory from the transplant. So yeah, really cool. Okay, so as I deep dive further into here, come across, of course, more action figures. Really quick here, I have oh wow, classic WWE classic line Hunter Hearst Helmsley, an old school Triple H figure. Let me see here, what else we got? Oh, Diamond Dallas Page from WCW, Smash and Slam figures. Kevin Nash. I don't know, towards the end of WCW's run, I don't think the figures were that impressive. So yeah, these are probably going to go up for sale. A rare Stephanie McMahon. This one will probably be kept as well. And I'll go into it in a different video why this one's like maybe worth something. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so it looks like I'll be selling some more figures. So like I said, once I get that eBay channel figured out, I'm going to take in-depth pictures of this stuff to share with you all as well. Whoops. Actually, I have so much stuff in here, guys. And it all just fell out on me. So another box I just pulled out. And this one I'm going to be going through very deeply. Jeez, wow. I'm already looking. It's a bunch of WWECW, WWEF collectors magazines. So maybe I'll dive into these a little later as this project proceeds. Holy cow. I just came across, wow. Oh my gosh. So if you guys are big Disney fans out there, these will probably be up on the VHS clamshells. I may make these available because I don't have a need for them anymore, but I have the Fox and the Hound on VHS. Aladdin and Bambi. All haven't been played in years, but wow. Big reveal just now on that. Let's see here. So yeah, I got some stuff maybe I'm gonna sell for you guys as well. So there's also coming across a lot of posters too. So this is, like I said, this is a deep dive, guys. So stick with me. More to come. Okay, I've been digging here a little bit. Came across another box of figures that I kind of knew about. Also came across my old AJ Styles, one of his first hats he had out when he came from TNA to WWE. So yeah, kind of collectible, phenomenal AJ Styles, but had it on the beanie or the rim of the hat. So yeah, might keep this. It's a good work hat. It's got the air vents and stuff. But as we continue here, lots more action figures. Yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff is in good condition. It's mint and card that I'm showing you. Got the Macho Man. But yeah, stuff that I don't have room in my room currently. The collection room. Scott Hall in the red and black. Let's see. Mace keeps the Scott Hall and the Macho. We'll see as and Kevin Nash. I pretty much got the whole Smash and Slam. Hollywood Hogan. A lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm really gonna have to pull the trigger and make some decisions on what I want to keep, whatnot. I got Scott Hall in the black and white as well. And finally, for this box, I got the Giant. You guys know him as the Big Show, Paul White. But yeah, really cool. More to sell. Hang tight. Be right back. So continuing on here, yeah, I have a whole box just of Halloween stuff, like wrestling Halloween stuff that, I didn't know, if I'm going to keep any of this, really. Totally keep the Sting mask, of course, because I'm a Sting fan. Got some knee and elbow pads. Probably might keep those. I went one year because I started being a big fan of Triple H. I have the Triple H mask. Yeah. I had a Triple H phase in my liking of wrestling stuff. Let's see here. Really cool item, and I will probably keep this for the rest of my life. That I was in a thing called AmeriCorps back in 96, 95, 96, I think. But here's my, and this is for all my AmeriCorps teammates and cast group members from back in that time. But yeah, and I did this program originally to get money towards school, but also I was finding out I was getting sick quite a bit during that time, and I did the best effort I could in that, but it was also kind of a challenge for me. But a fond memory is my uniform from that time, so I kept that. Let's see. So going back to some Halloween stuff, I actually have, because I was a big fan of the Hurricane, so I actually have Hurricane cape. Probably will pass just get rid of this. I don't have uses for this, any of this stuff. Oh, found an old hard drive. I think it was to, yeah, probably my PlayStation 3. So that's the original hard drive from that, because I've upgraded since. Oh, another big thing. I kept this guy's, for all my fans, class of 94. Here's my class of 94 sweatshirt. Yeah, probably needed some washing, and it's probably too small for me now, but yeah, class of 94, still have that. So there it is. Okay, going back to some more action figures. Yeah, I don't have room for these, so I'm gonna make some tough choices, on whether or not I keep any of them. I'll just, yeah, but like I said, look, stay tuned. Like, I'm gonna have a big, and I think I will keep some of these because they're double packs of WCW figures they had back in the day. Have an AJ Styles Impact figure. That might be worth keeping. Whoa. So that's cool. I know he's getting a lot of flack right now, but I did have this Goldberg figure. Sorry, Goldberg. I mean, but I understand where you're coming from these days, but I still own something. But yeah, I'm probably going to put this up for sale as well. Going back to my Triple H figure collecting, I have this 2-pack of him and Randy Orton from back in the day. So yeah, this is where I might be keeping them. They just will be another, like, still in the box, still mint on card. That's the Giant and Kevin Nash, Big Show and Kevin Nash, from their big rival when Kevin Nash jackknife powerbombed him and Giant broke his neck. So that's kind of a memory there. Finally, another Macho Man figure. This was a rare 2-pack, and this also had Miss Elizabeth in it. And this was back when the black and white, when he was black and white NWO for life. But yeah, might be keeping this Kevin Nash and the Giant one. So yeah, more figures than you've seen before here on the channel. So still more to dig through. Let me show you really briefly. Yeah, this is going to be a little longer video than you may be accustomed to, but there's a lot to go through, a lot to sort still. So as you can see, got a few more items in this closet to get out and show you guys. Let's continue on. Yeah. Okay, another box I just come across. So it's more, it says computer room. So at the time, like I said, when I switched this room, this originally was my office where my computer was, my laptop. Lots of stuff in here that I need to probably weed through, not on camera. I have laptop, controller, a lot of, wow, CDs. I have CDs, guys. I still have CD cases. Yeah, I'll probably dig more into this at another time. But now that I'm just kind of digging through here now, I got quite a few things in here still. Actually, I have CDs. You guys remember what a CD is, right? Well, yeah, have quite a few CDs. A lot of black or clear slip cases for pictures and photos that I usually use at conventions. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of, well, I have a sample disc from PlayStation, or the PSP. It came with the PSP when I first got it. The PlayStation Portable from Sony. I have a lot of blank. Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize I had all these CDs, because I kept the slip cases, the covers, and all that, going back to probably, holy cow. To put all, I took all my CDs out and put them in a binder case. Wow, this is, yeah, I'll dive into this maybe for a video down the road. But I'm not seeing, I was on the hunt for a CD that I thought I'd misplaced. a couple weeks ago, because I was looking for it a couple weeks ago, and it's not in here. But yeah, really cool. A lot of deep. Wow, I kept the box to one of my first droids, Motorola Droid phones. Phone's not in there, of course, but when I first got it, it's one of my first cell phones that I picked up. Okay, that's a box that I'll probably sort off camera. So I got a few more in here. We'll see what we got. Okay, really quick here. Yeah, well, I have a Captain America Avengers cheap costume, but you know, you can't do that without the shields. So I do have a cosplay shield, maybe selling this too. We'll see how that pans out, but yeah, that's something I'll have to think about keeping or not. Let's see. Man, I got a lot of stuff, guys. Okay, we'll dive a little further into here. Have a 10-pound weight, random. Let's see here. Yeah, I just come to another box that has a whole bunch of WWE, WWF, WCW magazines. Yeah, I collected the physical media even back then, but in paper form. But yeah, quite cool. Came across a lot of, wow, some catalogs and programs from Starfest. Pretty cool. Probably keep those, since that's no longer a thing. Kept a sack. Back in the day, my friend went out to, well, at the time, it was WWF New York. It was the WWE restaurant. Kept it. I don't know why or whatnot, but I have an old WWF New York plastic sack. But that's a thing from the past. So that's cool. Yeah, a lot of, wow. Oh, kept a lot of my old, a lot of photos to go through. Photo binders, little photos and whatnot from events. It looks like wrestling events that I went to. Maybe I'll share those with you all at a different time as well. Really cool thing too. Back in the day, I got several like posters from the actual cable company when they were promoting wrestling events that were coming up on pay-per-view. I'll just show you one of them that I have right here because it's handy. But yeah, wow. Going back to the WWF days, but since I was a Triple H fan back then, it's a Backlash poster from April. Gosh, it says April 29th. What year that is? Let me see. I'm not seeing the year, but yeah, got all sorts of wrestling posters from the actual cable company that promoted the event. So really cool that as well. Can't believe I found this. Like I said, this is kind of a trip for me, going back a little. One of the first wrestling events I ever attended was a WCW Nitro show back at the height of the Monday Night Wars. And back also during that time, the feud between Sting and Hollywood Hulk Hogan was a huge thing. Go out to the Peacock Network from Denver, Colorado. You can see me kind of in the, well, it wasn't really the front row, like 3 rows back, you know, and it was after one of their pay-per-views, I think Hog Wild, Road Wild, 96, or 97, 96, 97, somewhere in there. I cannot remember the exact date, but I held this sign up. Got the pictures from a WCW magazine. Yeah, this was my first ever wrestling sign that I ever took to an event. And like I said, this was from a WCW Monday Nitro in Denver, Colorado. At the old Colorado Convention Center, Denver Coliseum. Yeah, big moment. And that's the height of WCW's big popularity as these two built for their match for Starrcade 97. May not be the greatest match ever, but the hype for it was real back then. and just really cool memory of making this poster. So this final box is a bunch of old CD jewel cases. Had a Goldberg. At that time, yeah, I was just collecting everything wrestling that I could get my hands on. A Goldberg water bottle. But yeah, a lot of these just old CD cases. I think I've purged all of them that had the actual CDs that were in them. Yeah. Wow, guys. So yeah, the closet's done. I mean, the first rule I've learned, and I have my wife, I want this to my wife because she's told me a lot about organizing and stuff. First rule to any project is to clean out the situation and whatnot, and then go through the items that you've pulled out of the closet and to see which ones you want. And I think I've done a fairly good job of getting all this stuff out of the closet. Like I said, I have several boxes that I need to go through. Now I've totally trashed my Star Trek room. But yeah, several boxes and all those right there are the figure boxes that will probably be selling at a later date. So guys, I want to thank you for joining me today on this new project that I've just started. Continuing on, I'll probably continue on with it next week here on the channel. But my goal eventually is to get my cosplays to hang in the closet. As you can see, I'm going to have lots of room to hang stuff. After I purge the stuff that you've seen around here in this room, I'll move over to the other closet in my collection room, and we'll do the exact same purge over there. But guys, stay tuned. More to come. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do so. And hit that notification bell. It lets you know when I'm doing my business here. Until next time, guys, as always, live long and prosper. Thanks for watching.